You are now entering the Rawrrzone. You are now entering the Rawrrzone.
USO 82.3 FM, we're the independent artisan. Now streaming on all smart TVs. Decide the Live 365 channel and search PUSO. PUSO 82.3 FM, where the independent artists are the stars.
You're now listening to the Evening Rush Network.
Snap, we back. Pardon for my laptop camera, but we had to switch over interfaces over the last few weeks. You know, technical difficulties want to be technical difficulting and whatnot. But this is Welcome to the Rawrrzone. You could catch us on our website, www.rawrzonenyc.com. You could catch us at our home of Fuso 82.3 FM, Wednesdays, 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And you could catch us Friday nights, 10 p.m. on the Evening Rush Radio Network. Whew. We are powered by Cap House Media. Shout out to them extending Rawrrzone into the European countries. They got content on anime, music, entertainment, even some business tips. Follow at Official Cap House and get with them for your promotional needs. Whew. Guys, we are on the road to the Giveback. Our Giveback for Shawn concert is on December 13th at Sanger Hall. We have performances by Dizzy Spades, JQ, Josh Banton, Titan of Rap, Danny Lovesing, Sherry Yell, Teddy Grahams. We also have some guest performers, some guest speakers. So please come. We are shining a light on sarcoma. And we are also collecting toys from Mount Sinai Kravis Children's Hospital. We are still looking for sponsors. We need to get them boxes for the toys. We need to make sure, we get good donations for the Sarcoma Foundation, but we can't fight the good fight without you. So please, if you want to get involved, contact us ASAP. Whew. So, if you heard the giggling back there while I was being me, right? Our guest for tonight sang the national anthem when her state went up against my state. Now, mind you, if you know me, I'm not a basketball person, so I'm talking wild shit off my ass right now. I'm a wrestling fan. I'm sorry. But she sang the national anthem at the Charlotte Hornets versus the New York Knicks game. I don't know who won the game. We'll find out after. But that's pretty dope, especially if you're in this independent scene. But we are here on Welcome to the Rawrrzone, where we spotlight artists who are shaping today's sound with their authenticity, passion, and purpose. Today we're joined by the R&B powerhouse, who is as real as her story is. Hailing from Charlotte, North Carolina, ShanDaria, and I hope I said this correct because I've been trying to practice it, has been turning heads with her soulful blend of R&B, soul, and hip-hop. After making waves with her breakout single, Rid of You, she's back with a new anthem, Livin, a feel-good, empowering track about joy, purpose, and perseverance. And by the way, she has a new single out tomorrow. And I looked for like a crackhead thinking today was the 7th, but it's coming out tomorrow. From her early influences like Faith Evans and Whitney Houston to her own journey of growth and rediscovery, ShanDaria has proved that timing is everything, and her time is now. So, Rawrzonies and everyone who's watching, please give it up for the one and only ShanDaria. Yeah!
What up?
I have your pronunciation.
What'd
But how are you, love?
Oh, there you go. You sounded muffled for a minute. I'm great. How are you?
I'm good. Q's been bringing me like artist after artist. Like listening to your music it made me. It was one of the reasons why I started listening to R&B more. It the art of R&B is such like a lost art nowadays. Even though you do have some good ones out now, but a lot of R&B artists also thinking that they could be rappers too, and you see a lot of that, but less of the traditional, slow the slow R&B and the happy R&B. It's just like, oh my god!
Right.
And you gave us like a call, like you in Livin, you have that happy R&B sound, like, but then with the preview for your new single, you really hone into it, like you feel the soul.
Yeah. That's it. That's what I was going for.
So with the release being tomorrow, how are you feeling?
I'm very excited. I feel like each of my singles have been pretty different, with the same vibe but different. I came out with Rid of You. That's real sassy, attitude-ish. Then Living, like you said, upbeat, happy, fun, and then Time is a love song, but it still got that hip hop, R&B, soul. That's my genre that I named myself, that I put myself in. All with the same vibe, but I'm really excited. I'm always excited to connect with the people on another level. That's what it's all about.
So for everyone that doesn't know you, just introduce yourself really quick and what your vibe is for today.
Well, I am ShanDaria.
My bad.
That's okay. ShanDaria from Charlotte, North Carolina. R&B, hip hop, soul is my vibe. Authenticity is where I reside. I think that music is totally all about a feeling, and I've just lived to connect with the people through music.
So you are a fan of Whitney, Mariah, and Faith, just to say some, right? What was that first song or album that was just like, yo, this is what I want to do?
First album. I don't, I listen to so much music, but albums that I remember from years ago that I still might pull out today would be Whitney Houston, I'm Your Baby Tonight, that album. Mariah Carey was Emotions, that album. Faith Evans reigns supreme with oldies that I listen to most. And that first album was just it. I mean, we can't really top Soon As I Get Home. That's just R&B gold. Just to name a few.
You grew up in Charlotte. That's predominantly a very religious area. How did your southern roots help shape you as an artist?
I mean, I think that could be kind of where the soul comes in. I definitely grew up in a Baptist church. And although I don't, I grew up singing in the church, but I don't have one of those heavy gospel voices. But I definitely feel like, that can't help but mold you and shape you in some way, because I definitely sang in all the choirs, ensembles, and whatever else when it came to church and gospel music.
You have the way you've come off and the way I've seen you, right? You seem very seasoned, right? But a lot of your stuff obviously is dated recently. You took time away from music um to work on entrepreneurship. What did you learn from that helps you now, especially in the business side of being an artist?
Oh man, I think it helps in a lot of ways. For one thing, being an entrepreneur, you got to do a lot yourself. Um, you really got to grind it out, and you got to know how to, stretch your time. And being an artist, independent artist, oh my gosh, you have to learn a lot of things. You just really got to grind it out. And then professionalism. I think in the world of artistry, a lot of people don't care too much about professionalism, but I feel like that will always take you far. I come from a customer service background. I did work jobs, a couple. Um, and I think that having, good rapport with people and, being friendly and, being upright and upfront and honest, you know, people are just crazy. But I think those are all things that help to take you where you're trying to go. You know, some people choose the other route, but I work hard. I respect others that work hard. And I'm just here for the grind. That's what I've been doing since I was a kid, grinding it out. So, yeah.
So what motivated you to come back into it and decide that's what you wanted?
Um, when you have a passion, I mean, I always wanted to be a singer. I always thought I would be a singer. But then, after I recorded an album and things just kind of went in another direction, and then I had some people in my life that weren't as supportive. Everybody can't support and believe in a dream. So there were things and people, whatever, that kind of helped to push me out of it. But, I had children, family, all of that stuff, but it was always still in me. I think it was more so something keeping me out of it. And when I had that, when I got away from that, it was easy for me to be like, you know what? This is what I love. This is what makes me happy. And what I just do a little bit here, I might, sing with some friends and then sing here or do this. Then I end up recording something. It's like, it's like a drug, you get that first little hit and it's just like, oh my gosh. So to come back into it and do the things that I've done, it's like, I got to keep going, I can't stop now. My kids are older, so I don't have that mommy guilt and stuff like that. So, I mean, it's just, what else is there to do? It's
I couldn't even tell you had kids until I saw your social media.
I don't know how to take that, but is that good?
I'm like, I thought maybe 35. You know,
Okay.
I was like, could you hear? First of all, you styling and profiling when I saw with the light off the air. So I'm like, so you, congratulations. Oh, shout out to the evening experience in the building.
Oh, hi.
I do know you actually did an interview with him a little while back. He's
Yeah.
he's actually one of my Max, one of my favorite interviewers in the world.
Yeah.
He's always like supportive of us, and he supports everyone.
Yes. That's the way to be.
But if anything, follow at the evening experience on Instagram. He's the man, the myth, the legend, man with the golden voice himself.
Mm-hmm.
But what is your support system like now compared to when you first started?
Oh man, my support system is everything it needs to be now. When you have good support, that is the foundation for success. Support, consistency, that's one of the pillars of the foundation, of success. But it definitely makes me feel like I can do whatever I want to do. Because I know I got people that really got my back and really support me and push me, So I'm truly grateful for that.
Living is such an uplifting song. What was the creative process like in the studio?
In the studio, shout out to K Figs. Crazy Figs did the track, and he told me I needed a. Oh shoot, lights going off. Let me cut my little car on here. Okay, he told me I needed a bop, and so he literally just got on the keyboard and just started creating it. And it really just grew from there. We came up with the hook, and I mean, it just happened. And I was like, this is a hit because it came together so perfectly, so naturally. I really think it's a song that the world needs to hear, that the world will hear.
What message do you want your fans to walk away with when they're done listening to it?
What method?
Message.
Oh.
Sorry, I have a list.
um, I want people to walk away with live your life to the fullest. You only have one. So live out your destiny and your dreams, because what are you doing if you're not?
You're so genuine in both living and rid of you. You do you feel like vulnerable is like your vulnerability is your musical superpower?
I would say so, because I can definitely sing something easier than I might be able to say it. I can, yeah, I would say so. And I think that's what drives me with creating music, is being authentic and hoping that someone else can relate to it and feel it.
What's the writing process like with you? Like, how do you know what thoughts you want to keep, to yourself, and what thoughts you want to bring to the world?
It's just all about the feeling. I think, and pretty much everything we do, we get a feeling about it, and your gut gonna tell you whether it's it's a go or no. So, I mean, sometimes I do say things, and then it's like, let's change that around. Well, let's take that out, type of thing. But I just go with my feelings on pretty much everything.
As a Southern R&B artist, what do you feel you bring to the national conversation about soul and storytelling?
I feel like I bring my individual sound. I think it can get into a little area where you can a lot of female artists sound the same, or whatever, but I think I might have a little something different in my voice. I think that I do intend to bring relatable circumstances, situations, stories, and just authenticity to the music. And being relatable, I think is something that I can bring to the table, to the national conversation. I think that's what you said. But yeah.
What do you feel like is also missing in today's R&B?
I'm gonna be honest with you. A lot of people say stuff like R&B ain't this, it ain't that, or we're missing it. I feel like we got everything. It's just so many freaking people doing music. It's kind of hard to, for a lot of stuff to rise to the surface. And it's kind of scary because, it's like you're doing this and it's just a big hodgepodge of people and sounds and this and that. But I don't really feel like there's anything missing. It depends on where you're listening. It's in this day and age, we don't have, you just go and find what you want. You can literally type in whatever mood you're in and so I don't think we're missing anything. I think it just depends on where you're listening and where you're going to get what you're listening to.
I'm not going to lie. I kind of like that about social media nowadays, like on TikTok, right?
Yeah.
Not TikTok, even just Reels, right? Mm-hmm. There's so many artists that I would have probably never heard of.
Right.
Because they're following that algorithm. The songs that I never thought I would have heard, like most of my playlists is songs I heard from Instagram.
Right.
Which is cool, You never know where you're going to have a fan at.
Right, exactly. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You not only represent women in music, but you also represent the person that reinvented themselves and is thriving, right? Because like I said before, you got to open up and do the national anthem for the Hornets versus the Knicks. You got to, as well as you recently did another, but it was a football game.
I did
baseball.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's more than anyone can say that they've did. What message do you give to others that are trying to go through that same process of reinventing themselves?
I would say just you gotta stay mentally strong. It could be a very tricky thing because a lot of times I think we get comfortable, and it could be a little intimidating, thinking about changes that you got to make and going through changes and phases and stuff. But, whatever it is that you want for yourself, believe in that, stick with it, stay strong, and just get through it to get to it,
For you, right? What was the hardest part about reinventing yourself?
The hardest part. I think stepping out of my comfort zone and, which honestly, I'm still working on, but really sharing, I don't want to say all of me, but, sharing more of me as a person with, like social media. I mean, social media is like our stage these days, everyone. And I've been doing hair forever. And I think a lot of things I relate to that. I do hair. I'm a real estate agent. These are things where you work with people. And a lot of times people buy into you, whatever product it is you're selling, So as an artist, of course, I want to sell my music, but people still have to buy into me. And so as a part of reinventing myself, I definitely had to just step out and, be a little more bold with maybe talking to more people than, because I love being around people and dealing with people, but I'm not necessarily a person who would just go up and talk to people. Hey, what's your name? How, you know, so just a lot of things like that, like just, you know, sharing more of me. That was kind of hard for me.
How do you keep up with all the hats without losing, that sense of self?
You know, I've always been a busybody. I've always been a person to do a lot of things. I don't know. You know, a lot of people ask me that. Now I'm going to say this. I feel like I lost my sense of self more so in a relationship than wearing different hats. Me wearing the different hats keeps me grounded in who I am. I'm a multi-talented person and a mega multitasker. And I just thrive off of, you know, getting things done or, getting, accomplishments, being productive, stuff like that. I just like it. So if it's something that, you know, I want to try or I want to do and I step out there and do it, that's just how I am. Yeah.
So where are we now compared to the ShanDaria from before that pivotal moment where you tried to when you started the reinvention? Is it like two different people, or are we still seeing elements of the same person?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm always going to be me. Now, what I will say is my name is ShanDaria and Shandy for short. Everybody knows me as Shandy for the most part, you know. But I decided, you know, when I was like, you know, I'm going full throttle with my music. And we were trying to figure out a name, me and my best friends. And I was like, you know, why not? I mean, my name is original, you know. There are some other ShanDarias, not many. But I'm like, I think that's it. Like, this is my whole name, and I want to give more of me. You know, I feel like it's all kind of comes in together. So there are definitely still elements of me. I mean, I'm me, but I just feel like I'm more open and I just have a different level of confidence, I'll say. Um, a different level of boldness going for what I want out of life. Um, yeah, I mean, that's ShanDaria, full throttle.
Tell us about your new release that's dropping tomorrow.
Tomorrow, midnight on tonight, to be
In,
exact.
in 3.5 hours.
3.5 hours, people. Time is my newest single. And it's a great song. I mean, it's got a hook that's gonna stick in your head, and a melody that's gonna stick to your heart. And yeah, check it out. Download it, stream it. Video will be coming soon too. Um, I don't know 100% if we're gonna. It should be up. I don't know. Put some last minute touches on it, but I'm super excited about the video. Is gonna be crazy. Video is just like that. That'll be on YouTube, Vivo, however, whoever. But yeah, definitely time. Gotta check it out. It's a great song.
Who were you channeling in that preview, though?
Who was I what? Channeling?
Who were you channeling? Because all you needed was more fan. Like, you'd be a whole. I was like, oh my God.
I was channeling. Oh, let me see. You know, honestly, I'm very theatrical, my good self, but I'm gonna step out there and say, Whitney Houston. One of my favorite songs is "Run to You" by Whitney Houston, and you know, in that video, she's just like singing, and the wind is just blowing her hair.
That's exactly what I thought of.
Really? I mean, that would be something that I would definitely reference. Is that, you know?
How do you feel having such a year that you've had? Did you expect that you would be ending the year off like this?
You know what? I'm going to say, yeah, I expected that I would be ending the year off like this. I feel like I've accomplished a lot. And in my mind, I'm the type of person where it's just like, I'm going to do this, and I'm just tunnel vision. But on the flip side of that, I'm not good at looking back and like, oh yeah, I did this, I did that. I kind of pat myself on the back. One of my best friends pointed that out to me. So it's like I set out to do things, and I just kind of go for it and go through it and get to it, and I just keep going. So I'll step out there and say, yeah, I expected to be ending the year like this. Yeah, I did. I got a Christmas song I'm gonna drop at the end of this month as well, and that's really gonna be the finale for the year. But
Santa, right?
Santa, yeah, and
Are you gonna be dressed up like Mrs. Claus?
I don't know yet. I don't know, but that's a cute idea. We're gonna see. But yeah, I'm super excited. I mean, I'm really grateful for all that I've accomplished. All of the people. I mean, it's been a very good journey. I mean, of course, it's been stressful. It's had its challenges, but what is life without challenges? You got to go through something to get something. I firmly believe that. So, I've just been blessed. I'm grateful.
So I ask this to people that have representation, right? Because I've seen artists that do it on their own, which is nothing wrong with it, right?
Right.
But I always suggest to people, especially when they've been doing it in the level that you have, or like have had that traction, to always have someone that's got their back. And I feel like Q is just one of those best people to have, right? How important is it to have, good PR and good management when it comes to navigating through this industry?
Very, very important, because I mean, just in life, it's all about who you know. And as an artist, I mean, you have to be an artist. You got to focus on your artistry. And it gets it's a lot to do. So you need someone else that can focus on those things for you. It makes a big difference.
Okay. So outside of Santa, are we gonna get an EP? Are you gonna maybe come to New York, come perform?
I'm coming to New York I'm talking about October. Bless my heart. November the 21st.
21st? Nice.
I think that's the date. Is that a Friday or Saturday?
That's,
Whatever that. Oh shit. Huh?
that's a Friday.
Okay, so the 22nd. Yep, I'm gonna be there that weekend, performing at Open Jar Studios. So,
Okay.
yeah. What part of New York are you in?
I'm in Queens.
Oh yeah, you come on through.
Tell Q to send me all the info. I got you. I'll be there with Bell on.
Will do. I surely will. Yep. November the 22nd. Yep. That's where I will be. Open Jar Studios. It's from the event is from 12 to 4. Once we get closer, then I'll know kind of more so when I'll be performing. But it's gonna be a real dope event.
Is this gonna be your first time in New York?
Oh no, I've been to New York a million times. My best friend is from New York, and I was just there in July. Also. Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice. I wish I knew.
Well, now you know. So
now I'll make sure. See, Q be starting it because he brings me the cool people, and then every time they come to New York, I'm gonna want to keep them.
Yes, I love New York too. So
I'm also a photographer, so if you ever need a photo shoot while you up here, I got you.
I always need a photo shoot, so let's go ahead and lock that in. Yep.
Perfect. I got it. We'll collaborate on it. Q, you're gonna probably watch us and be like, "This white girl is fucking crazy," but it's okay.
Yep. Let's go and lock that in. I'll be ready. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So we are in Thanksgiving season. What is something you're grateful for this year?
I am grateful for. I'm grateful for family, life. I'm just grateful. Period.
Beautiful. That is beautiful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
This is something I ask everyone, but when it's all said and done, what do you want ShanDaria to be remembered for?
I want ShanDaria to be remembered for what I mean. I come with a lot, and whatever it is that you take from me, I just hope that it brings a smile to your face when you think of me. I mean, I like to, of course, obviously, I like to sing, but I like to cook. I like to throw parties. I just like to enjoy people. So whatever it is that you remember of me, I just hope it makes you smile when it's all said and done.
Oh man, I know you're still out on the road, so I don't want to take up all of your time.
Mm-hmm.
When you're in New York, I would love to continue this further, hang out. I work at a bar on Saturday, so after your performance, we got you.
Oh, cool! That sounds fun. All right.
Exactly. But what is next for you, and where can they find you?
What's next? Well, I'm dropping this single. I'm gonna drop the Christmas single, and we're gonna finish the year out like that. And I'm gonna prepare for the top of the year. I think everybody been asking about an EP, so I'm gonna try to pull that together. I got to figure out which direction I want to go in because I got a good amount of music, but get a good setup for the new year. And you can find me at ShanDaria __ on Instagram and Facebook. TikTok is just me, Shandy. And my YouTube channel is The Shandy Show. And ShanDaria on all music platforms. Lock me in, put me on your playlists, and add me to your favorites. And yeah, stay tuned. Stream that song at midnight tonight, okay? Time.
This was an exciting episode of Welcome to the Rawrrzone with the one and only ShanDaria, and I finally got it correct.
Yes.
Thank you again so much for being here. I wish we could be there. The album release party's tomorrow too.
Yeah, it's a single,
Single.
But I'll probably do a few songs though. I'll do a few songs. So, but yeah. We'll be here for the next. We'll do one. Maybe I'll do one in New York.
I think that's a good idea. Q, if you're watching this, start setting it up, bro. I'm just saying, but
Yep.
thank you so much. I can't wait to meet you on the 22nd now.
Yes, we locked in.
Everyone, this was Welcome to the Rawrrzone. You could catch an exclusive Rawrrzone mix, which will have Livin and Time, as well as a bunch of other independent hits on Pulso 82.3 FM and the Evening Rush Radio Network, because eventually I would like to monetize on this channel, and I can't do that if I'm playing music after music after music. But for myself and our beautiful guests, we bid you a good night, and I leave y'all with this parting words. Where did it go?
I've got one more thing to say, and it'll only take me a second. I've got 2 words that I want you all to remember. They're very important. And if I leave you with anything, I'm going to leave you with these 2 words. And those 2 words are, I'm Batman.
Oh my God.
I